Hi, vegan. Hi, Ginger. Yes, you have told us how much you hate virtual learning. How are you guys? Everybody ready for Christmas? I'm not. I'm so not. You said the monitor, school monitor. Did they get hall passes? But you did tell us how much you hate it. That's for sure. I have been so sleeping in, but I've got so much work done around the house. Like you should see my house. It's like spotless. I still got a little bit. I yesterday I did the refrigerator, which is that's a chore and a half. And I take everything out and find things that were pushed to the back. Thank you, my husband. Instead of eating or throwing leftovers out that he's not going to eat, he pushes them to the back. And then I put other things in front, and then I don't find it for like 2 weeks. So, how are you guys? All two of you? All 20 lurkers? I haven't been on in so long. I haven't been on in so long. It's like I got to the point where I was just like getting up in the morning and just flopping around for how are you, vegan realist, by the way? I try to make it to your streams whenever I can, but usually you're talking about stuff I know nothing about. How did you guys like my little backdrop here? I'll show you. Isn't that Christmassy? I'm like so proud of that. And then I made another thing for the stale donut community. I love that. Actually, I could put it in the corner. My little stale donut community. But I have to do my Christmas stuff now. Hey, Pittsburgh girl. Hey, Mark. Hey, Jan. How are you guys? How is everybody? Do you like my Christmas themed? Um, and I have like, if I turn my camera off, I have my little Santa hat on. I'm all ready for Christmas on YouTube, but not my house. I haven't even got a Christmas tree up. Look, see, no Christmas tree, just a fan sitting over there. I felt like it. Hey, Amanda, how are you, girlfriend? So, anyways, I've been off YouTube for about, I don't know, probably a week and a half. I think the last time I came on was to give away that gift card, which I think someone of my soul um, won it, and she said she was going to buy running shoes with them. So yeah, I like my. Did you see my? That's about as Christmassy as I'm going to get. How about you all? How are you, Pittsburgh girl? What do you think of our snow? Pittsburgh girl is in the same area I am. It's freaking 28 degrees today, girl. Oh my gosh. You know, on YouTube, I have to hit live chat. I'm on top chat. It's so stupid. Hey, Cass. How are you this morning? Nice to see you. So I've missed a lot of what's been going on YouTube. I don't know if I've missed it or I'm just like I'm so far removed from it anymore that I don't know what's going on, nor probably should I. Captain of my soul is the one that won it. Okay, Captain, how are you doing? Did you get your did you get your running shoes? I think it was Captain of my soul that won. I think so. I look like shit today. Sorry. I just like, you only had flurries? We got like 7 inches. Okay. What's switch? I don't want to know. Okay. I am so not ready for Christmas. You know what? We haven't even bought any Christmas presents, which is sucky. Like for the ones that live far away, they're all getting money. I mean, they're getting money and we're just sending them to the parents and then they're going to go out and buy whatever the kids want. For the ones here, we still have to do the Christmas shopping, which will suck because of the new restrictions and all the stuff that's going on with wearing masks in the stores, which oh God. The other day, I swear to God, I went to the store to get something to mail something out. I went to get these boxes. I went into the Dollar General to get the boxes and I didn't even think about it. I went into the store, walked around the store, no mask, no mask, and nobody in the store said anything to me except when I left the store, some guy started swearing at me. But I didn't realize till I got to my car that I wasn't even wearing a mask. So, you know, so, you know, I'm still not into I haven't been out that much. So I'm still not into the groove of wearing a mask and, automatically putting my mask on because I certainly don't want wear it in my car. I do like wash my, sanitize my hands and do all that stuff. The past couple months, I have had to change it to live chat every time I enter a stream. It used to be set automatically to live chat. Yeah, Cass, and I'm sitting there looking at my chat and I'm like, why isn't the chat coming up? And then I had to check and it was like on pop chat, not live chat. So is what it is. Is Vegan Realist still in here? I was trying to tell him that I try to make it to his streams whenever I see he's on. See, dry cough, COVID. Um, GameStop might be my mom's best friend. My stepson used to work there. My stepson used to work there. He actually got robbed at GameStop. Around, it was around Christmas time too that he got robbed. We used to get a discount though. So, what did everybody do Black Friday? Anybody do anything? COVID. Did anybody do anything Black Friday? We didn't. Didn't even think about going anywhere. Nor did we do anything Cyber Monday. That's when we should have bought some gifts or whatever for the kids. I think what we're going to do this year, though, is buy one big gift for each kid and just fill their stockings with stuff. It's a dry cough, too. But I have no temperature. So there's that. I know, changing it to the live chat. I don't understand why it does that. It's only in certain streams, though. And I go to this one place. It's called Curiosity Inc. Curiosity Inc. And they do live streams every once in a while. And there's two. I mean, he'll have 1,000 people in his he'll have 1,000 people in his chat, and only a few comments come up. I have gotten to the door and shaken my head. I forgot my mask. Very yeah, I've done that a few times too. I completed all my shopping in one day. We usually do that. We usually leave it till the last minute, but this year is so different. Hi, Jim. How are you, sweetie? How are you, sweetie? But this year is just so different because I'm not saying the stores aren't open, but they are open, but it's just wearing the mask for, and going through a store for that length of time. Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat. It's like a tickle. I haven't shopped for anything yet. I need to get started. We haven't, you know what, Cass, and we do this every year, is we leave everything to the last minute. And but we're going around the stores, no mask, and we're going here and we're going there, and if we don't find something here, we go there. This year is going to be so different. Like I said, the kids are going to have to pick one big gift that they want, and that's it. All of them. And see, the other ones, like my stepson's kids, they own a store. So those kids get whatever they want from the store. So all we can do for them, because they have everything, is just give them money and say, go buy what you want. And that's like sucky, kind of. Well, we'll buy them, like the girls, it's three girls. We'll buy them a few outfits and stuff. But other than gifts, I mean, they have everything. Excuse me. And everything is melting outside. So everything that was hanging from my roof is like, you hear bang. So I found a PS5. Is that what that is? Yeah, sending out prayers to you, Jim. Hey, Rocky, how are you? My mom is giving each grandchild $50. Yeah, that's what we use. Well, the ones that are real far away that we definitely can't see because we can't fly, well, I'm not going to fly anywhere, are getting, I'm sending all the money to the parents and they can buy what they want. They know what their kids want more than me. I mean, it's too hard to buy when you're that far away. You know what I mean? Like it is too far. I'm so proud of this. Look, I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm so proud of that scenery. That's about as Christmassy as I'm gonna get, I think, this year. So, does anybody want to come up and tell your best Christmas story? I mean, if you want to, or worst Christmas story. The best Christmas story I could tell about Christmas is when I was a teenager. My dad used to smoke a pipe, but every once in a while he'd smoke cigarettes. So I would still, like, when I was a teenager, I would steal cigarettes out of his package. So one Christmas, I get this like square package and I open it up. It's a carton of cigarettes. And I go, why? Because I used to steal cigarettes. I'd steal a cigarette and then I'd smoke out the window upstairs. Never thought that he could smell it because, when you smoke, you don't really smell. So he buys me a carton of cigarettes. I open it up and I go, why did you buy me this? He said, don't think I didn't know you were smoking. Oh, that was that was kind of funny. I can come up in 15 minutes. Okay. You can tell me about your best Christmas too. Ginger locks. You might get your package today. I hope so, for your friend. I sent Ginger Lock's mom some gifts for a friend that's going to have a baby in 2 weeks, a little girl. Some things I made that I had already sent her some things, but I had forgot to send a few more, which I found upstairs because I took everything that was sitting on this chair over here that I kept bringing downstairs and bringing downstairs. And Terry, my husband, said, geez, I just doxed him. Said, when are you going to clear that mess up? Because if we ever get company, there's nowhere to sit in our living room. The Switch is pretty fun. Ginger Locks. Splatoon is a paintball game. It's pretty cool. My husband broke my diamond ring while playing Wii tennis. You know which game we like playing on the Wii is golf. We love the golf game. My husband and I, golf and bowling. We like bowling too. Worst Christmas story is this year. I haven't been able to see my grandma in a year. She can't hear on the phone, so I can't call. I'm sorry, Cass. There's a lot of stories like that about this year being the worst Christmas ever. You can always watch gameplay on YouTube to see if it's appropriate. Hmm. I'm like not into games. Well, I'm into a few games that I play just on my tablet. Like mix and match games, stupid mindless games. And I play a few the slot games, but that's about it. I don't play where they shoot people up and stuff. I'm just not into that stuff. Anybody have a best Christmas story? Maybe that will pick up someone's spirits. I don't know. I know this year has been pretty bad for a lot of people, and a lot of people. Ginger Locks was in the hospital for a long time, and we prayed for her the whole time she was there. Just a lot of, you know, horrible things have happened this year. Short version, we went into a forward operating position on Christmas Day and dropped bombs that said Merry Christmas. Oh, Rocky, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Spending Christmas in a war zone must be just terrible. I read a letter, or not a letter, but a comment from one of my subscribers in here that just blew me away about what he went through during the war, and it I couldn't even get through the letter. It was so heartbreaking to me. There's Jen and Ginger Locks talking about games, which I know nothing about. Well, we do have a game, a Wii, and this is bothering me because I'll be sitting there watching TV and all of a sudden you hear bang, and it's just snow falling from the roof or ice. I should stand under there. Maybe it'll knock some sense into me. Yes, prayers for Rocky. And thank you for your service, by the way. If I haven't said it lately, I'm going to stop looking at myself. There's my Christmas pic and mine up there in the corner. So anybody else got a good let's get a good Christmas story here. So my Christmas story was kind of funny and goofy. My other Christmas story is about my grandson. He actually, if you want to know the funny, he actually counted how many gifts he got, how many gifts his two sisters got, and he got one less gift than one of the sisters, and he threw a freaking temper tantrum because he got one less gift. And the reason she got one more gift was because it was like an accessory for another gift that she got. And he was pissed because he actually counted gifts. That's what I mean. The kids think they're not grateful. You know what I mean? They're so used to getting so much that they stop being they and even the toys that they've got that they don't play with, they don't even look at. It's just, to me, it's a waste. It's just, hey, Robbie, I love you with all my heart too, Robbie. What's wrong with Sandra? I saw that there was an update on Sandra, and I didn't see the stream. I did not see the stream. I hope she's okay though. Sending prayers for Sandra. Actually, let's put Sandra up here on our screen, our little Sandra girl. Prayers, Sandra. Prayers, prayers. Prayers for Sandra. We love Sandra. There you go, Sandra. Don't say I never did anything for you. What, yeah, what was wrong with Sandra? She still needs prayers. I'm sending her prayers. I'm sending her all my thoughts, even though she hates me. I'm sending her all my thoughts and prayers. She's healing still. You still giving her, I saw where you're giving her pain medication, so she must be in some pain. And I saw where she had to have her teeth filed a little bit. So I saw that. So yeah, I am thinking about her. I'm definitely thinking about her, even though she hates me. Are you going to have a little Christmas tree for her? Oh, I suppose she'd eat that. Outside of her cage, though, you could set up a little Christmas tree. I could make you one. I've got this thing, and I actually, it's something I worked on last year, and I made these, and they're from, but see this, and I crochet the thing around to make it look like a Christmas tree, and I decorate it with it's all crocheted. That's pretty cool. That might be my only Christmas tree I put up this year. But yeah, I got little balls for tinsel and everything. I should make that for Sandra and send it to you. Maybe it'll perk her up. Put little gifts under it. Sandra does? Does she have a stocking? I could crochet her a stocking too. Actually, I think I have some little miniature stockings crocheted. I'm going to send them to you, I think. But I hope she feels better. I really do. She makes me laugh. She is so funny. Yeah, maybe I'll make her like a bunch of like, I'll make her a Christmas tree, stockings. I'll make her a wreath for her. I can make all that, crochet all that. I learned how to do it 2 years ago, not last year, but 2 years ago. I might not get it this year, but it'd be good for next year. And then you'll have to wrap up the presents yourself. Yes, you have to take Christmas pics. You have to put a little hat. I actually can make her that too, a little tiny you'll have to put it on with gloves, a little tiny Christmas hat. You could dress her up as Santa Claus. I'm turning my camera on. I don't care if I look like shit. But yeah, I do. I make Christmas trees out of this. You do the part that you make the leaves with, and then you glue it on, and it's pretty, it looks pretty cute actually. Oh, link? Sure. Sure. Ginger. Anybody else that wants to come up and tell a Christmas story is welcome to come up. Crochet a little beard on the set. I could do that. I actually could. I just learned how to do. I look for it too and find it where my Christmas decorations are because the little wreaths are really cute. And then you make them out of the rings on uh like milk things. There's like that little round plastic ring. That's how you make the wreaths with those. So they're that small. They're like small that you put on a tree. And you know, that's how I make them. But you hate Santa? Aw. Well, then I won't make her a Santa hat. I'll just make her a wreath, a Christmas tree. What else? Oh, a stocking. Very, very, very easy to make a stocking for her. Very easy. I actually got some made. I just get together and find where I did all this stuff. I'll have to wrap them in that bubble wrap though to send it because they're delicate. Probably come apart by the time they get there. I don't know. I don't know. I've never tried to send anything like that kind of stuff. But I know I've made the miniature stocking, the miniature wreath, and the miniature Santa hat because I made the big Christmas stockings for the little kids and all with all their names on it. I did all that. Oh my God. I made 10 of them one year. Now I got to make an 11th one because we're having another one. He's coming the 28th of December. So, and he's got three sisters that were hoping for another sister, but they're getting a brother. So, currently making a Santa video for Sandra. Oh, cool. Can't wait to see it, Jen. That'll be cool. Hi, Amy Jane. Oh, Robbie. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, you sweetheart. I love you, Robbie. Hey, Joy. We're just talking about our Christmas stories this morning. Good and bad. Worst Christmas story, good Christmas stories. Very good Christmas stories, very bad Christmas stories. I was just talking about how I make Christmas trees, and it's so easy to make the Christmas trees out of these things. And then you decorate them with like they sell these like miniature ornaments in the stores and tinsel and garland, all that. They look pretty cute, actually. And then I make the miniature Christmas stockings, the miniature wreaths, and the miniature hats. Joy, bringing the joy. Joy, how did you like that video I made for you? I thought it turned out pretty cool. Joy has to learn how to make videos. You should teach her, Jen. You're good at that. Joy, bringing joy. Joy is such a good name for Christmas, isn't it? Christmas spirit, joy. Do you guys all have the Christmas spirit? I know some of you are talking about like this year has been really hard um, for some people, like to get into the Christmas spirit. I hated Christmas growing up because Santa never came. Our tree was always empty. Then I had to lie at school. Aw, I'm so sorry, Joy. But you've gotten into the Christmas spirit now. You guys, if you get a chance, go to Joy's YouTube because she's got uh phenomenal light that she put up. I put some music to it, but it's on private. Um, but she's got a phenomenal light show going on there. How she decorated her tree, and she does the same for Halloween. She's really, really good. Loved it. Had to remove of a hater. Oh, I just liked the music in it. I thought the music was pretty cool, and I'm willing to show anyone how to do it. I like colored lights too. You should see. Did you see hers? They did an awesome job. I wish I felt like doing something this year, but this year's been kind of depressing. I think for a lot of people, you know, a lot of things have gone on, and Inside is looking great. Finished wrapping gifts. You'll have to do a video of the inside too, because I think you said you had 4 Christmas trees or 4 or 5 Christmas trees. So you'll have to do a video of that too. I'll download it again. I don't know lately. I don't know if you guys are having this problem, but when I go into a stream now, it's all blurry.
Hi.
Beautiful girl.
Oh, I do not look beautiful at the moment.
Oh, you do so.
Do
Stop it.
not.
Stop
Don't
it.
lie. Don't lie.
So what's up?
How are you?
Good. How's the virtual learning going?
Oh, don't even.
I won't rub it in.
I just wish the kids, hold on, I shut the door. I just wish the kids would have had an opportunity to at least go back for a hybrid this year. You know what I mean?
Right.
They didn't even give them the opportunity to go back.
There was no negotiating that,
There are
right?
people who live around me who are in school and like, yeah, nothing's happening. It's great. There's no problems. Is
it just certain schools?
Yeah, because what the governors are allowing to do is the schools to actually, the districts to actually make
Decide.
right.
Oh,
Now,
that's
more school closings here in New Jersey than there are in Pennsylvania.
wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does, because like I had to come up because I'm getting ready to go to the store to, when you have the kids home at all times, Jesus Christ, they eat you out of house. So I got to go out and get them more things for lunch.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're not at school for lunch anymore, or at home for lunch. And they can snack in between.
Well, especially with my oldest daughter, she has got diabetes. She's got a snack. Where my youngest, like I swear, like even being up here, like I have to come up and get dressed and do things in that. But my youngest is like, if I'm not on top of her 24/7, she's not doing what she's supposed to.
Oh, really? What does she do when you're not watching her?
Sleep.
She plays games?
She puts her head against the wall and tries to fall asleep.
Oh, that's terrible. I wouldn't want to be in your position. I don't even know what that would be like when you're not used to it, and then all of a sudden you have
that was, and I think that's what made it so difficult, was because when I went into the hospital, it was right before they went back to school. Now, I was home the day they started.
Right.
The next day is the day I went in to the hospital. So I honestly had no idea how to manage this kind of schooling, because like last year it was completely different. It was because they threw it together and that was the way it was. This is a little bit more structured, planned out, and if you're not there, it's like, you're going to get an F.
But did they have the classrooms online? I mean, did they do the Zoom things?
On Zoom, yep.
So why aren't they doing most of the work? They're still getting paid, right?
They're doing it, but you have to understand something. If one kid has a question, they have to answer it through email. If almost every kid has a question, they got to answer almost every kid by email.
Wow.
Yeah, so it makes it really difficult, especially on the parents if you're not like a teacher. And
exactly.
I'm not a teacher. I am no teacher.
Right.
And I don't have the patience, If I thought I had the patience, I would have been a teacher.
Right.
Well,
it's not bad for the ones that are used to homeschooling their kids and they've done it for years, but the ones that aren't, that's got to be a chore,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't even imagine. I can't imagine homeschooling my kids when they were young. It was bad enough trying to get them up for school in the morning.
Well, see, that's probably the best part about homeschooling is like they can literally go to school in their pajamas,
Right.
But I really try to get them up. I'm like, there is going to be a day you're going to go back. That day will come. It's not like, for them right now, they feel like this is continuous and never going to end because they don't know. We don't know, for crying out loud, let alone.
Do they miss it though? Do they miss it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. They miss
I
their
keep saying
friends.
this. I'm like, I'm going to remember this forever. So once you guys bitch and complain about being in school, I'm going to remember 2020 every single time you guys throw a bitch and complaint out at me.
Yeah. Because they really, it's got to be like, even for the kids in school right now, because I know in my daughter's school, or my daughter, where her kids go to school, they have to literally stand outside, wait for the kids, and the kids are in the school. They're social distancing. There's no recess. There's no, I mean, they're literally,
I would be happy if we had that.
oh,
I would be happy if we had that.
yeah,
We don't have that.
that's hard for the kids, though. It's
You
hard
know,
for the kids,
it's
especially the
really
young
hard
ones.
on the kids. It's really really hard because you know, they really can't go out and see their friends like they used to. They can't do a lot of things like they used to. So the kids are really who are suffering in this because
Yeah, they
they
are.
don't understand.
Yeah, and it's
And
hard.
guess what? The adults don't understand either. So,
Exactly. And
mhm.
we're literally held hostage right now for whatever they decide. You know what I mean? We don't know from day to day what's going to happen. Well, you know now that they're not going back to school before, what is it, the 20th of January, something like that.
January 25th, 2 days after my birthday.
And that might even be pushed forward.
Oh, absolutely. That might be pushed back, you mean?
Yeah, pushed back. Yeah.
Hmm. That is a
So,
good chance that could be pushed back. And then I'm going to get, and just the fact that they're not even trying, like, I really want to kill, like, it makes me that angry that they're not even trying.
yeah,
Not even
well,
trying.
I mean, why did they do this with their school? What was their reasoning? Did someone test positive, or
No, 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 no.
so they just decided
Right,
that was the way that they should do it?
right. And, you know, I have a lot of friends who are really scared about this. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not taking this seriously. This is something I have to take seriously. But the fact of the matter is I'm sorry.
Ginger Locks, have you heard about the kids sharing their Zoom links in Twitter, Discord, etc.? I don't.
Um,
Hi, Mandy.
I can remember there was a problem with the first day of school and people were acting up really, really bad. I don't know how it was, but that was more on the eighth grade than the fourth grade level. So
God.
they
So is
got
that
in
bad? Is
trouble.
that a bad thing to do, to share the links? Yeah, I guess it would be, huh?
Well, yeah, because you're only supposed to be, it's only supposed to be students who are supposed to be in your room. And
It's a one-on-one though, isn't it? One-on-one
not,
when you're
not
explaining
always.
about the
No, no,
lesson.
most of it
Oh, okay.
is classroom
Type.
interaction. And then they have time to do independent work. Like today, like that's why I'm trying to get up and go early because Alexa has her first violin lesson today and she's got no idea what to do. So I got to be there to help her.
Oh my gosh. And you don't know anything
I
about the
don't know
violin.
shit about the violin.
And Joy Lang says, my grandchildren have been in since August. Some no masks. And there's no issue.
Joy, we can't go anywhere in our state without wearing a mask.
No, either can we.
I mean, you can go outside, but you cannot go into any
No,
public place
no,
without your face being covered.
no. And
And
they're enforcing it here. Like I said, I went into the store. Completely forgot Ginger Locks. I completely forgot yesterday, or
did
Monday
you
it
walk in
was.
without a mask?
Walked in without a mask,
I've done.
walked around the store like
I
nothing
always
was
catch
wrong.
myself right before I'm about to walk in somewhere. I'm like, no, the mask. Run back to the car.
And I walked through the store. I paid for my stuff. They never said a word to me. And I walked out, and this guy is like, he's like swearing at me. And I'm like, I did not realize it till I got to my car. That's how I'm not used to wearing a mask. How much?
I
Like, I'm
have
still not.
like, see, I bought which I showed you the picture that we had
Hey, Shauna.
with my in-laws. Hey, Shauna, the in we have these. I bought these Christmas masks, thinking
Mhm.
the kids were going to be in school. We were
Right.
going to need some extra masks. I bought 100 Christmas masks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, they're like the disposable ones, and
Oh, okay.
I keep them in my car. I keep 50 in the car, 50 at home, and I also keep my the mask I bought from Diane and Wendy. Not
Hey,
today, Karen.
Brian. saying hello from work.
Hoping you have power still, Brian. Jeez.
Yes, my God. You guys send up prayers to Brian. He's having a bit of an issue. And it's freezing.
But
Beautiful,
didn't
28 degrees here today.
but didn't they
Hi,
fix it? Didn't he
Mariska.
say it was fixed?
I don't think it. I don't think it's fixed yet.
Oh,
He has power, but it's like
it's like
it's
on a
kind of
low
iffy.
level.
Hi,
Yeah.
Lady K. Um,
Hey,
I
everybody.
always get to the doors and realize yeah, I've gone to the doors and had to walk back. But that day, I completely forgot. I just walked in the store like it was nothing.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but businesses here don't enforce. I'm glad because we have to
Oh
get
my
back to
God.
normal.
Businesses here are insane.
Oh
Everything
God.
has plexiglass in front of
That's
it.
why I
And
was
if you
shocked.
don't stand in front of the plexiglass, wherever you are, you will get yelled at by the person
Yep.
who's at the cash
Mm-hmm.
register or the
Yep.
desk or wherever it is you're
Yep.
at. Could you please
Uh-huh.
stand behind the plexiglass? I'm like, okay, like I do have my mask on.
Yeah,
I'm
just
sorry. I
shove
can't.
your stuff under the and it's so low that you can't shove some of the stuff underneath it. Like they have to
I
pop bottles and stuff.
for most of the places around here, I can with the money, I go around the side because it's only a sheet of plexiglass. Like they've completely changed our stores and restaurants and things like that around
Oh,
here.
everything's been changed
Oh
here. Well,
yeah.
Pennsylvania is pretty close to New Jersey, so
Well, yeah, we pretty much
we're kind
share
of
the same
yeah.
governing mind. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's been like that's why I said that nobody said to me. I walked around that store looking for because I didn't know. I walked around all over that store. And I'm like, I didn't realize it till I got to my car. I'm like, wait a minute. That's why that guy was swearing at you because you weren't wearing your mask.
yeah,
God.
people
I
need to
didn't even
chill. People
realize it.
are going to not remember at times, and just go. Sometimes people are afraid to tell other people because people do get masked, and they go, "My rights, my rights, my rights," and we're like,
Yeah.
"It's not what this is about. This is more about keeping people safe. I mean, this
Yeah.
will end. This too shall pass.
Oh
It will
God, I hope
pass.
so.
It will."
I hope so. I hope so.
1918 cleared up. If we can do it in 1918, God damn it, we could do it in 2020.
We can.
Yeah.
This is like the bubonic plague almost. Maybe not as bad. I don't
I
know.
don't know. We didn't live through it, so I wouldn't know.
I have to show my beautiful Christmas
Look at
tree.
with the
Isn't that sweet? The
snow.
snow. I'm
I'm
so
sorry,
proud
but
of it.
I am a person who believes white Christmases are completely overrated.
Oh, really?
Ah,
Well, we've got quite a bit of snow here. I don't know if you got snow where you
none,
are, but we got like
none,
about
none, none.
7 inches here.
Well, when we had that storm the other night, you guys were on the wraparound and
Uh-huh.
you guys were getting hit with snow from
Yeah, we
New
got a lot.
York to Michigan to
Uh-huh.
Ohio to
Uh-huh.
to Western Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
Over here, it was warm until yesterday.
No. It was cold too. Yesterday it didn't get above freezing. That's why all this the snow is starting to melt now. But yesterday it didn't
Mm.
melt. It was just cold. Now you can hear chunks of ice falling from my
It's I could care less what it does outside anymore because it's like what am I gonna do? I'm not going
yeah.
anywhere
You gonna
except for
go
the food
dancing?
store.
Gonna go out drinking?
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Not
You know.
not I think those days might be over for me completely.
Oh, don't
With
say that.
my stomach issues, yeah. I mean, I can probably enjoy one or two, but it's never going to be.
It's not like, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you have
It's
to
not.
be careful.
Yeah, like my body will tell me when it's had enough, and when that happens, it's so uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. My husband, we're laying in bed. He's like, "Do you know people pay to eat the way you are right now? People actually pay people to eat this small."
Hmm.
And I'm like, I don't have to now. I'm like,
Just
because
think of all the weight you lost though in the hospital.
I did, but I also gained a bit back. Like I gained quite a bit back, but not a lot, but enough that I don't look emaciated anymore.
Oh God, you look so sick. I mean, It was heartbreaking to see you in the hospital.
You
It
know,
really
I
was.
I didn't
And
realize
we
how
tried not to tell you. We did. We really was like, oh God, you look so gaunt. You know what I mean? But we would
I
say,
knew.
oh, you look beautiful. You're lovely. But we weren't going to say, oh God, you look so
You
sick.
look awful.
You're so pale.
I knew how I looked. I knew
Oh, I
how
know
I
you did.
looked.
But we weren't going to tell you that. We just wanted to encourage you to get better. That's all we wanted to see.
Uh, I felt like I was good up until surgery. And when I had surgery, that's where things went to the crapper for me. Like I felt like I when my
Oh
sister came
God,
and picked me up,
I'll
number
never
one,
forget that. After you got that tube thing shoved down your throat.
oh my God.
Oh, that was the worst day, I think. That was the worst day. Listening or reading what you had to type. You couldn't even talk. You came into voice and you couldn't even talk. And I was like, oh my God,
Then
can't
I
even
wound up
imagine.
yanking it out
And then
anyway.
you yank it out. And I'm like, oh
I
my God,
did
that
yank it out,
woman
man.
has balls.
But to be fair, I
I don't know if I
coughed
would ever
and
have.
the cough lodged it at a place which made it I could
Right.
feel it. So I had no choice. But
And you guys don't want to know. She's sweet, right? Ginger can snap. We've heard it. We nicknamed her Ginger Snaps. Oh my God, that was so funny.
But unfortunately, the woman
You're in the
decided
hospital so
she
much.
was
You
fighting
know.
with me. I'm
Oh
a
my God,
patient
she
in
was
the
a
bed.
bitch.
She's the nurse, and she was fighting with me.
She was a bitch.
Yeah.
Literally a bitch.
I mean,
And then that one time you went in and they were just, you had to like almost demand they do something
oh,
because
yeah.
they weren't ignoring you. Hang on, I gotta go potty. I'll be right back. Can you
Oh,
watch the
okay.
chat?
I will try.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm just looking at the chat here. I'm trying to get changed and do two things at once. Um, just checking, reading here. I have to be careful. I keep Zofran. Is that what you meant? Zofran and I don't know what Phenagrin by my bed. I don't know what that is. Um, I'm telling you what, bro. And I'm a big supporter, and I've said this 1,000 times. I'm a huge supporter of marijuana for anybody who suffers with pain, stomach issues, things like that, because I used to be on narcotics, um, taking the correct dosage from my doctors, but they were over medicating me big time. So going on to marijuana and starting with marijuana, that's really gotten me off all my narcotics and most of all the medications that I've been on. Um, so that for me has been a blessing. I don't know if that's been a blessing for anybody else. I did too, Joy Lang. I watched Christmas Vacation last night as well on
Was
ANC.
it on TV?
Yes, it was.
Oh, cool. I watched Elf the other day. I
Haven't
did. I
I did
love
see it
that
on, but I didn't
movie.
sit and watch. My husband hates Will Ferrell, so I can't
Oh,
sit.
does he? My
Yes,
husband does too. I have to watch it
Joy.
by
It's
myself.
legal
And he's
here
like
too.
looking at back. You know how you can go back and see what you watched? He goes, so you watched Elf? I said, yeah, I like him. I think he's funny in that. It's like a cute
No, I
movie.
agree. I love that movie.
Bye, Mandy. Thanks for coming in. Love you.
Bye, Mandy.
So where are you getting ready to go now?
The store. I got to go get
Oh,
food for the kids.
you got to get what?
Food for the kids. Lunch.
Yeah, I just had fiddle. I had to go really fast. I try to go really fast. It's
What's that?
hard. I don't know how people can stay online or on a live stream for like 4 hours and not go to the bathroom. I really don't.
I think
'Cause
everybody
I'm
gets up
like
to go to the
drink.
bathroom.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I've seen people go on for hours.
I've seen
And
you
you
go on
never.
for hours.
Yeah, but I usually mute. And then when Sue's on, she's like, Carla, Carla. That's when I'm in the bathroom peeing. I'm like, oh, I thought I could like sneak away for a
Joy
minute.
Lang, me too. I was on fentanyl patches as well. Fentanyl patches and Dilaudid at the same time my doctor had me on. It's freaking, when I think about it now, the lack of help that you got from like they didn't care how fucked up you got. Oh, sorry, Carla. They didn't care how screwed up you got from the medication back then. That's what it's just crazy.
Mariska said, I peed my pants one time being on the phone. Have you ever like held it and held it and held it?
Oh yeah.
And then you run to the bathroom. It's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. You have to run so
Oh,
hard.
they're
Just
the
like
times,
fiddle
God
a little
forbid.
bit before you get on the toilet. It's like, oh,
It's like
God.
God forbid you sneeze at that moment.
Oh, or laugh. Have you ever laughed to the point where
Oh,
it comes out?
I absolutely.
Oh my God. I thought I was the only one. I'm like,
No.
I was like sneezing. If you have a really bad sneeze, and I sure gives out, then I have to change. That's what pisses me off more than anything. It's like, oh, damn it.
I know. I hear you on that one.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I didn't think I would
See,
have.
see what I had a morphine pump, but it almost killed me. Yep.
Oh, really? Did you have
Hmm.
that too?
I had a no. I never had. I had a morphine pump in the hospital and stuff, but I never came home on a morphine pump. Did I?
There was a puddle.
I'm thinking maybe I no. It was I had a Zofran pump when I was pregnant with my children because I had hyperemesis so bad, which is when you're constantly throwing up, basically throughout both of the surgeries.
Mhm.
Both of the pregnancies, I was constantly vomiting.
Did you have ankylosing spondylitis during your pregnancies?
No, but I did.
See how
But
well I
I
say
wasn't
that? You
diagnosed
guys
yet.
see how well I say that?
It comes right off her tongue
It
now.
does. I can say it like just like that.
Hmm.
But now I always wondered if you, when you were pregnant, if you, because you know how some people get back fever.
That's where everything went to the shitter for me. Was my first pregnancy.
Because I'll tell you what,
I had lower back pain. I had a lot of lower back pain, but I didn't think anything of it. I
I
just thought
had
it was because I worked out and I went to the gym and my back just hurt. That was it.
I had back labor for my daughter, and
Oh, me
and
too.
I had front labor for my son, and there was nothing. I said, you can't even tell me if you've had front labor, you can't even tell me how painful back labor is because
Back labor is
that was the
awful.
worst. And they said, well, wait until it comes around. It never came around to the front. It was all in my back the
Well,
whole time.
see,
It was the lower part.
I was induced with my second, and Grace took about, oh, I don't
Hey,
know,
Miss B.
27.
Morning.
She took 27 hours to come out.
Oh, 27?
Yeah.
Oh, I was 39 hours with my daughter, and they induced me too. I
Hey,
went
Miss.
2 weeks over, and that was all back labor the whole time. They said, oh, well, this is just mild, because I wasn't dilating and I wasn't dilating. And
Same.
and the nurse kept saying, well, when it starts to come around the front, it never came around the front, it stayed in my back the whole time. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, when is it going to come around the front? Because I couldn't stand it. And then my husband was in there with me in the labor room.
Oh,
I
hold
was
on.
like,
I got it.
you did
I
this.
got it. Hold on. I got to make sure my youngest is jumping on because she's got
Okay.
to be on in 5 minutes. Hold on.
Thank you, Robbie. I did that. I'm so proud of that one. But I was sitting there at my husband. My husband was in the labor room with me, and I was going to him, you did this to me. I hope you're happy. You did
I
this.
am.
And then the nurses came in and they felt sorry for him. I'm like, I don't feel sorry for him. He's not the one in back labor. That is the most painful thing ever.
Back labor is
Oh,
crap.
I don't care what anybody says. Once you've had back labor, you've had the worst kind of labor you can have.
Or
And that was
pain.
my first one. I don't know if that was your first one.
That was my first one.
First one. Second one was all front. All front. It
Nope, didn't have
was like
labor.
having period cramps. Seriously, what? I
I
was
was
like, this is it.
induced.
I wasn't induced for my second one, but my first one I had to be. Went 2 weeks over. So it was like, oh God.
Trying to find something to wear today.
Wear something comfortable.
Oh,
I will wear something comfortable. And you know what? And since this whole COVID thing started, I go for comfort. I don't freaking care. anymore. I really don't. It's comfort.
I,
It's not about how good it looks or how great it looks or how bad it looks,
I
how
care.
comfortable it is.
I mean, I definitely care.
Well, because you look amazing all the time, bitch.
Yes, you just told me how horrible I looked in it.
No, in the hospital you look so sick. No, not today. I did not. I said you looked good. I said in
I
the
know.
hospital,
I'm just
we did not
messing.
want to tell you how sick you really did look,
I know. I know. I'm just
especially,
kidding.
when you had lost all that weight and then you would put the damn camera on and it was like,
I
oh my
didn't even
gosh.
realize it till like the second or third week like in the Philadelphia
You'd put the
hospital.
camera on and we go, oh, you look so good. Meanwhile, you'd go off and, oh my God, she looks so sick. Yes. And then we'd be sending up prayers to you. Oh my gosh, that was hard. That was hard watch. It's hard when you watch someone that you
It
care about
is.
go
It's
through
hard to
something.
watch it. It is, and it actually is to go through it.
And then you would always say, because I would say, I'm so sorry, no, you don't you dare say that. Don't you dare.
I hate pity,
But
man.
it wasn't about pity though. It was
It's
about
not.
just like
And I
trying
get
to
that.
empathy, I guess it was like we wanted you to,
There
and
is just
especially now with your husband couldn't visit you, your kids couldn't visit you, and we'd get depressed and we would talk to you and it would be like, you know, I think, it's hard enough to be in the hospital for that long, but even compile that with not being able to see your family and then having bitchy nurses.
I'm not going to sit here and say it was easy because it certainly wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't.
It
We know
wasn't
that.
easy. And I think back and people, like I said, I've had a couple of people that I know who passed away from COVID last week.
Oh,
And
was it that other lady that was on the ventilator? Did she pass away too?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that was my sister's mother-in-law.
did she have any underlying conditions? Like,
Oh, her? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. She smoked her whole life and she smoked like a pack a day still. So,
Oh gosh, yeah.
but like she's been in my life since I've been in high school. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because my sister's husband, I was really good friends with his brother. So
Uh-huh.
I grew up with this family as well. And now, now it being my sister's in laws, I don't see necessarily his brothers, but I used to see Wanda every Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter because she would be at my sister's.
Uh-huh.
So
That was to her mother-in-law, right? Correct?
right, right. That's her
Okay.
mother-in-law.
Right.
And it's tough because they want to have a funeral Friday, tomorrow.
Oh,
I can't go.
no. Well, there's only going to be allowed so many people
I
with
don't
the
think that's what they're
and then
thinking.
your friend is having a baby in 2 weeks, correct?
And yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
wonder how that's going to work. Is her husband going to be allowed to be in the delivery room, or
I would think so.
I will hope so.
See, when I was in New Jersey, I was allowed to have one, like Jason was allowed to come in and see me and, you know, do whatever. But once I was in Philly, nobody could come in. Nobody could come in Philly. That was harder because I was further away from home and nobody could come whatsoever. But
Oh, and then they looked like what stormtroopers when they would come into your room, right?
oh yeah, I took pictures for you for that one.
You need to show us in Discord what that looked like, because that would scare me more than anything.
You get used to it after a while.
Well, after 8 weeks, I guess you would get used to it, but
The first time I got hospitalized and I actually thought I might have COVID, that scared me the most because I was around people. I didn't
right,
care about myself. What I worried about was everybody else I was around. Having to tell them now that they had a quarantine for 14 days. That was the worst feeling in the world. But I wound up not having COVID, so it was fine. And then I kind of figured out I know my body. I don't have COVID. And there
right.
is something in. in my medication that I have, that I get for my infusions for my ankylosing, it has hydrochloroquine in it. That's the drug that they were talking about back in the spring.
Oh, really?
There is something to it. I don't know what it is, but there's something to it. Because what my doctor has said to me is that his patients who are on arthritis medication, like I am, like for infusions, are not getting sick with COVID. Because most of these medications that you get have hydrochloroquine in it. Not that I'm saying this is a deterrent or whatever, and it's going to make everything better, but I think it does help
Uh-huh.
keep it away. I do. I think there's something about it that helps keep it away. I don't know for a fact. I don't know anything. All I know is that I've been to a lot of places that I should have had it and I never got it.
Mariska said hydrochloroquine is awful. They gave it to me in the States. I was a mess. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
It's all I know. It's there's in my
Thank you,
medication that I
Misty.
have, in the medication that I take because of it. If it does, right, Mariska, I don't even know if it prevents it. Like, I'm not even sure, because my doctor said he believes this is a thing. That's all I'm going with.
Yeah.
I don't listen to politicians.
Will you get the shot if they develop one?
Will I what?
Will you get it?
The vaccine?
The vaccine. I couldn't think of the
No,
word. See, I don't want to get it either. Not
no.
until it's tested.
And the only reason why is because we don't know the long-term outcomes of it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And for the kids, I'm not worried about it
Right.
unless they're going to enforce it. But for like my mom and dad, freaking take it. Take it, because their lifespan's a lot shorter. So we really don't need to worry about the long terms with them per se, more so the short term.
Right.
I'd rather keep them around for the short term, you know?
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm going to encourage everybody, that I know over 65 to absolutely get it.
Joy Lang says no vaccine for me.
Yeah, I won't
They're
do it
going to
either.
obligate the vaccine here in January. I'm happy I'm not a citizen. She's in the Netherlands.
Oh, good for her. Yeah.
It's funny because she's not. Who are you a citizen of, Mariska? I can't remember who. I don't think she's a citizen of any country.
Oh, I found it
She's
out.
a non-citizen. She's not a citizen in her own country.
She's not a citizen in her own country.
No, no. I can't remember the story, but it was funny. I don't know, funny or not, but you know.
Well, yeah, no, I was sitting in my, getting the kids ready, doing their stuff, and I saw that you were going live. I'm like, ooh, yeah.
I just decided I'd just have a short live and talk about, Christmas and stuff. I haven't been
It's
on
a
in a
good,
while.
at
The
least,
last time I was on to give away that card, and then I haven't gone on. It's been a nice little break.
you,
Just got away from
you
YouTube and watched
have,
movies. I got a lot of stuff. I mean, my house is spotless. I even did my floors,
it's really
which I
easy to keep
hate
up with
doing.
the house when you clean it every day, right?
Yeah, but you know what? It's boring.
I
Well, you
just,
know what? When you're
I,
not going live every day, you find out, you do a lot more stuff.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I can do this, I can do that. I clean my refrigerator. I did a lot of stuff when I go live, believe it or not, it gets tiring when you go live. And
Yeah, because you
yeah,
kind
so
of
I
have
got
to
a
think
lot.
of something to talk about every time.
Yeah. And
Not that easy
yeah,
all the time.
I got a suggestion that I should like have a topic when I go on. So I'm gonna ask the girls in my close circle, to give me suggestions for topics. And we'll go on and
Are you
talk
doing
about
your
different
true
things.
crime stuff tonight?
Not tonight because we
Okay.
didn't get a chance to talk about that case that we were talking about. So, but
Right.
we'll do it. We definitely will. I've been like out of the loop pretty much. Haven't been watching
You,
any YouTube at
that's
all.
You are such a smart woman then for that.
Well, you could ask me anything about what's going on YouTube, and I would say, I don't know anything. Ask me anything about tiny houses, and I can tell you everything. Ask me anything about anything else, I
I'm
can tell
doing
you
my
nothing.
best this time, try to stay away from it, but it's just everywhere.
I just think for me, it was too toxic. So I just
It is
back
toxic.
off,
It's one
back off, and
thousand
just
percent
stay away.
toxic.
I don't need people telling me what a piece of shit I am. I mean, I already know. I already know who I am. So I don't need other people that don't even know me to tell me that. You know what I mean?
Yep,
So yeah,
exactly.
I've been staying away from it.
I
But
I just what I don't understand is how people do go on here and can yell every time. I couldn't do that.
no.
That would bring
And
my
especially
spirits.
in this season, like it's Christmas. Like
Oh
I
God,
think
yeah,
we should
no.
be kind to each other, like no matter what, even if you're not getting along, just be nice. Why bother going into someone's live
There are
stream
just some
being
people who
nasty?
are on this
It's
platform.
nasty
There are
to
just
be
some people who
nasty.
are on this platform who just don't know ever how to be nice.
Nope.
Just they don't know how.
And that's who I'm staying away from. And that's why I've
Exactly.
been like
You
doing my own
unsubscribe,
thing.
you don't go to it anymore. That's all
Right.
it is. The more
That's why
you
I
sit
said
around
like
and hate watch, the more you're going to get sucked into drama.
I'm not even hate watching anymore.
Oh, I
I don't
can't
even
do
want
that
hate
stuff,
watching.
man.
I can't do it. There's a few that I used to, and now I'm like, oh, I can't do it. I just, it's too toxic. Yes, it's toxic to hear your piece of whatever every day. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Love you too, Mariska. Yeah, it is. And that's what Mariska, she got a live the other day, and she was like kind of down in the dumps because she had haters in there. Well, we all, no matter what, you could be you could be Mother Teresa on here, correct? Am I wrong? You could be Mother Teresa on here.
Guess
Have somebody that hates you for some reason,
someone will always find something. I mean that
something
that
to
just
hate
go,
you.
think about like okay, celebrities. How much
Right.
hate must they get on the
Oh,
daily?
God, I can't imagine.
You
I
know what I
can't even
mean? And
imagine.
when people like this, and we, who have small YouTube, and you get the hate like you do, or whoever gets the hate like they do, just because you have a platform. It's really it. I mean,
Well, and that's what I was trying to say to Mariska. I said, if you have a platform, even you, and you don't get involved in the drama, has had, hate come your way. And you have
oh
been the
hell
most,
yeah! I don't. Well, I'm not going to say I never have because I have. I'm just as normal as everybody else when people get on my nerves. But at
Mhm,
the same time, I'm not going to voice my opinions on a
about anybody.
public platform about anybody because I don't know them. I only know by what I see behind the computer, and you could be anybody.
Oh, thank you, Jim. She says, I can give a rat's behind the negative things people say about you, Carla. I know the true you. Thank you, Jim. That's what makes me feel good. Like people like that. They know who I
I've
am.
I've known you
The
for a
people that
long.
count.
I've known
Oh
you
my
for
God, we've known each other for almost 2 years.
you've
Can you believe that?
and we have been able to have friends who were completely on two separate
Opposite.
sides and not
Yep.
even talk about it.
Yep. No, because we talked about other things that were more
Right.
important. I was a mod in your chat, even though I supported the opposite person that you supported because it
I
was people
trusted
that I
you
like.
enough to be like, you're not going to screw me over because I'm friends with Molly Golay.
No. Remember that one time I pocket mod in your
No, I'm
chat?
sorry. And honest to God, the funniest moment with you was when Brian mooned you. That was the
Oh my
funniest,
God, that
funniest
was
moment.
hilarious. And yeah,
You
somebody did
didn't
clip
you
that.
didn't think so at the time.
No, because I was panicking because I thought because he was mooning me, and I was so scared because at that time I didn't know how to remove someone, and I was so scared I would click him up on the screen and everybody would see his butt,
Is
and I
this
was,
ever your reaction?
oh my God, I was so, that was crazy. And who would have thought at that time me and Brian would become the best of friends? Like, who would have thought?
But see, I kind of known who Brian's been for, I would say, a year and a half. Like there
Uh-huh.
was a moment in time in my life I was like, ugh, I don't like him, and I've told him this flat out. And
Uh-huh.
he's an extremely reasonable, nice guy, as long as you don't go after him.
Yeah, if you leave Brian alone,
He
if you
leaves you
respect
alone.
him,
There's
he'll
no
respect
reason.
you.
I
He's,
mean, honestly, who wants to deal with the negativity all the time?
oh God. And he's got a lot. I mean, okay, let's say he's done a lot,
Uh
but
huh.
he's also tried to better himself.
Uh huh.
And I don't care what
Agree.
anybody says.
He has
Nobody knows
changed. I feel like he's turned a corner completely.
he has.
Hmm.
And I kind of think it's sad that people won't give him a chance. They keep saying, "Oh, he's a fake Christian." No, he's really lives his life by that book. Tell me, I mean, we've had many discussions about that. Do I agree with
Brian
everything?
is an extremely intelligent person.
He's very, very, very
Very intelligent, and he can have an extremely intelligent conversation. But
for him.
on YouTube, people just like to keep whatever the narrative
They
is.
hate,
And
yeah, they hate
I
Nolan.
don't know who these people are. Like, I don't know who the people are who want to keep people down. And I have no idea. I mean, I can only assume by what I've seen in the past, but I just can't deal with that stuff
And I
anymore.
talked to Brian. I said, "Would you have thought a year and a half ago that we would be as good of friends as we are?" He, because he
Hmm.
thought I was in his thing when he came back. He made a video of me, and it said, "You are an ignorant person." It was so funny. But I went up on a panel and I said, the person was trying to get me to say that Brian was a piece of crap and blah, blah, blah. And I said, he's my friend. And that every time he tried to get me to say how much of a piece of crap Brian was, I would say, he's my friend. He's my friend. And he messaged me.
People try to do that just to start bullshit.
Yeah, and he messaged me the other day and he said, "Don't think I won't forget what you said because I wouldn't break down and not say that Brian was a
Exactly,
piece of crap."
Mariska. Exactly. Just give people a chance. We're not in pre-K.
Exactly. But I was one that thought Brian was crappy too. And you were actually supporting him at that time because I would say, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
Brian," and
Uh-huh.
you were like, "You you don't, Brian's not so bad. I've
It's
gotten
not
to
so
know a
bad.
little bit of Brian."
But
Yeah,
I'm not going to be someone who's going to try to turn somebody who
no,
have an opinion. That
yep.
opinion's got to change
Everybody's
for
yeah,
themselves.
right.
Hmm.
I'm just saying for myself, from what I've seen, and I've talked to Brian at length, both
I know.
in conversations on the phone and in text, that he is not the same person he was 2 years ago. It's just not.
No, he's not at all.
He's
Not
not.
even remotely the same person he was when I started on this platform.
I mean, does he take a couple steps backwards every once in a while?
Who doesn't?
Yeah, but who
Who
doesn't? We're
doesn't?
all human. We're all human, and we all make mistakes. So, you know, that's all. We can just better, all we can try to do is better ourselves. And if people accept us, they do. And if they don't, they don't. That's all that I, that's all that I get out of that.
Look, it's all, each of us have a life to live, right? And we got to get through this life the best way we know how, not the way
Right.
other people on a social media platform want you to react. You got
I
to
mean,
do it what's best for
someone
you.
could come to me tomorrow and say, "Well, Ginger said this and this and this and this and that." I would say, I don't want to hear it because I know her for the way she is with me.
Hmm.
And that's it. I wouldn't even want to hear it. You know what I mean?
And
Like that's
if I really felt hurt by something, I would come to someone who I was
you.
close with
Yeah.
and ask you about it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't take it publicly. I would never
Publicly.
take publicly. I would never take any of my conflicts with anybody publicly.
That's what I find a lot of the problems. I think where a lot of the problems could be solved. And look, this is the holiday season, is if people talked to each other and
Rather than
instead
at
of
each other.
about or at each other. And
Hmm.
if you really have a problem with someone that you can't get along with or you can't get past,
Block.
then
That's
block
what that
and move
button's
on.
there for.
That's what that button's there for, and you don't even have to see them.
Nope.
And and that's a
Unless your
solution.
moderator's in the same chat.
unless you want to, yeah, unless you're a moderator. But you know, if you and not tell people where they can and can't go, or tell people
No
this
one's
one's a
ever
piece of.
told me, but the fact of the matter is that you'll, if you're friendly with someone and then you realize that you're not taking their side and then they kind of distance themselves from you, then you're like, wait a minute, you told me you didn't care, but you really do.
Yeah. No, I've never like, and here's the thing is you cannot follow someone around YouTube and find out where they're going or who they're talking to. And it shouldn't matter anyways, because everybody has a different relationship with everybody else.
Exactly.
And so your relationship with, say, Marissa, I'm just using her as an example,
Okay.
is different because you know her in real life, you've been to her house,
I've met her a few
than
times.
my relationship with Marissa because
Correct.
I know her from YouTube.
Right.
I know her, here. You know her personally. So, there's a difference there. So you know a different side of her than I do.
Not
Um,
only that, like she helped me in a time where I didn't
you
think I would
needed help.
ever need a life coach.
Uh-huh.
And like that, I needed someone to talk to, and it was perfect. I didn't have to go find a doctor. I talked to
Mm-hmm.
her and she helped me out. Like that's how I became friendly with her. And then she wanted, she's like, can I meet up with you, with both of you once? And so we both met up. And ever since then, we've been friends ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because she helped me. She went out of her way, took time out of her day that she didn't have to do to meet me and my daughter if she didn't want to.
Right.
That was
And
not something she,
that's why I said you have a personal relationship with
yeah,
her. So your relationship with her isn't going to be the same as my relationship.
no,
And everybody's relationship with other people
everybody's,
are
yeah.
different. So yeah, but it is what it is. I'm like, it's been like almost 2 weeks that I've been off YouTube. And I'm telling you, I've gotten so much done. I've
Mm-hmm.
been at ease. I've been comfortable. I haven't watched anything toxic. I've been watching a lot of the tiny house videos. Let me tell you, I
You
think I
and your
might have
tiny
seen every
houses.
single one of them because I'm like, I'll go to one of those tiny house videos. Wait, I've seen this one before. Wait, I've seen that one before. But
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go
yeah, I
create
think
it.
I'm going to sign off. It's been over an hour, and I said I was just going to be on for a bit, but thank you for coming up. I love you so
Oh,
much.
I love you too. I
You
gotta
might get a
go.
parcel today.
Oh,
I don't
yay.
know. It doesn't usually take too
I
long.
just I gotta send them straight up to northern New Jersey, straight up to my
Uh,
friend. She'll
yeah,
love it. She's gonna love it.
I hope so.
I'm
Tell
sure.
me what you think.
I
Tell me when you
will.
get it too.
I will. Thank you,
Okay.
Carla.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, great moderators and great people. Thank you for spending an hour and 19 minutes and 41 seconds with me. And I'm going to sign off. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to some of you in a little bit.